Well, good afternoon, my all genius grade 4 students. Welcome back to our health education online class. Today we are going to study our new lesson, which is Unit 6. That is about food poisoning. Have you ever experienced food poisoning? Did you feel bad with it? What are the symptoms of getting food poisoning? Okay, in this lesson you will know what causes the food poisoning and what are the symptoms of getting food poisoning. Alright, but at this time we are going to learn the keywords first. When you understand the keywords, you will be able to understand your lesson pretty well. There are 10 keywords on the whiteboard right here. Now let's take a look at them right away. So our first word is food poisoning. What does the word food poisoning mean? So this word means an illness caused by bacteria or other toxins in food. So when I get food poisoning, I normally vomit a lot, get diarrhea, or I feel nausea. So food poisoning is an illness that caused by bacteria. When the food contains bacteria or toxins, when we eat it, for sure, hours later, the food that contains toxins in our stomach will develop and make us sick. We get an illness that is called food poisoning. Our second word is vomit. When I get food poisoning, I vomit a lot. I throw up. It means the food that I have eaten in my stomach, it will come out. So that's called vomit, or you can say to throw up. Vomit means to throw up. Next word, release. Release. Release means to let something go. To let something go. If you are bored or you feel stressed, you can listen to music to release your stress. For me, when I am stressed with my work, I normally go out of my room. I can just travel to another place to make myself better, or you can say to release my stress. So release means to let something go. 4. Prevent. How do you prevent yourself from COVID-19? Prevent means to keep something from happening. I prevent myself from COVID-19 by washing my hands with sanitizer, or I keep distancing from other people. I won't stay close to them. So this is the way, or these are the ways that I keep myself or prevent myself from COVID-19. Our fifth word, awful, means very bad. Oh, today is an awful day. It rains a whole day. So awful day means very bad day. So awful means very bad. Okay. Contamination means pollution, or you can say making or polluted or contaminated, to make something become dirty. And we can say contamination or pollution. Water contamination or water pollution. Number 7, separate. Separate. Separate means to divide or to keep apart. For example, when I want you all to work in group, I will separate 5 groups, and each group has 3 students. So separate means to divide or to keep something apart. Okay, so separate. Number 8, cutlery. Cutlery. Cutlery means cutting tools or cutting stuffs or cutting instruments. So this is a British word, American word. Okay, the American English is said utensils. Utensils. Okay, you can say cutting tools like knives. Okay, like a knife again, cleaver. Okay, those are the stuff that we use in their kitchen. So we call cutlery. Okay. Chill means to make something cold. When you have leftover food, you can chill your food in the fridge. Okay, or you can say to fridge your food or to chill your food to make it cold. Right. Number 10, cross contamination. Cross contamination, you know, cross like from one place to another place. So cross contamination means the process of transferring bacteria from one object to another. If I say cross-contamination food, when I eat the food, for sure the germs or bacteria will cross to me or will spread it to me or comes to me. We can say cross-contamination. I mean transferring the germs or bacteria from one person to another. Okay, so right now I'm gonna read these words once again and you can repeat after me, okay? So listen and repeat. Food poisoning, food poisoning. Vomit, vomit, vomit. Release, release. Prevent, prevent. Awful, awful. Contamination, contamination. Separate, separate. This is not separate, it's separate. 2 syllables. Separate. Cutlery, cutlery. Chill, chill. Cross-contamination, cross-contamination. Try to read these words or pronounce these words correctly, okay? And try to remember the definition of these words because you might have an exercise which is about words and definitions, will be word matching, okay? So try to keep them in mind, or if you want to make sure with their Khmer meaning, you can go to your dictionary to look them up in your dictionary so you can understand in Khmer language. So you can get Khmer meaning right here. So you can just type in your dictionary, you can find the definition of these words. Or if you cannot understand, you can just ask teacher in the group or in your personal telegram. Okay, so what causes food poisoning? What causes food poisoning or what makes food poisoning? Okay, so I have listed 6 points. These are the factors or the causes that makes the food that cause an illness that's called food poisoning. So what are they? The first one is uncooked food. When you don't cook the food really well and you eat it, for sure some food that has a lot of germs or bacteria, so germ or bacteria are still alive. And when you eat that food, it goes inside to the body and then it will develop and then make you feel nausea or vomit and you will get food poisoning, okay? So you better cook food well, okay? So uncooked food, it causes food poisoning, okay? So don't eat uncooked food. Okay, contaminated food. So contaminated food refers to the food that has, you know, bacteria or the food that has a lot of toxins. So don't eat that contaminated food, okay? Spoiled food, the food that, you know, left over for a day or 2 days already and you eat it, you know, the bacteria or germs form in groups and then they make the food become spoiled, and when you eat it you will get food poisoning, okay? So spoiled food also causes food poisoning. Raw food, it's quite similar to uncooked food, but this one referring to the meat or vegetable, the vegetables or meats that you eat just raw, you know, it's bloody, or some vegetable you cannot eat it in raw, right? When you don't cook well, for sure germs or bacteria stay in it, and then when you eat it, for sure you will get food poisoning. Bacteria in food, yeah, when you eat the food that contains the bacteria, like the food that has a lot of chemical stuff in it that can bring a lot of bacteria stay in it, and then when you eat it, for sure you will get food poisoning too, okay? Unclean hands, very important one. Your hands are unclean and then you just touch the food and eat it. You use your hands or fingers to eat the food, to chop and eat the food. For sure, you will get food poisoning too, because you don't know what are on your hands. Germs or bacteria or viruses stay on your hands. So wash your hand properly before eating so that you won't get food poisoning. So unclean hand also causes food poisoning, okay? So can you find some more factors or causes that make the food poisoning? Find or write down more, okay? Well, so this first session just about learning the vocabularies in what causes the food poisoning. Okay, so please pause the video and copy the lesson. Copy the lesson right here, the keywords in the lesson right here. Copy in your notebook, and when you are done with it, please just say I'm done. You don't have to post it in the Telegram post, you just keep it, okay? And try to read and remember the definition of the words right here. Okay, so when you are done, please just inform me in a group. You can say, teacher, I am done, and then I will drop task 1 in our Telegram post, okay? So that is all of my first video clip. I'll see you in the second video clip. Hi again, my all adorable and gorgeous grade 4 students. Welcome to our second episode of our lesson. In this session, I'll give you task 2 to complete right away. Okay, so here are the questions. So there are 2 questions in task 2 for you to answer right now. The first question is, what causes food poisoning? You have already learned in the previous session or in the first video clip. If you want to know what are the causes or the factor that causes food poisoning, try to watch that video once again so that you can see that answer. And you can list down more than what I have listed right there. Okay, you can try to find some more factors or some causes that make food poisoning. Okay. Number 2. What are the symptoms of getting food poisoning? So when you get food poisoning, what are the symptoms? Symptoms mean the signs that show that you have it, the signs that show you that you get food poisoning. So we call symptoms, okay? Like vomit, feel like nausea, dizzy, something. Okay, I'll drop some short reading passages in your group so that you can read and find the answer right there, okay? When you are done with these questions, I want you all to read your answer and post in the Telegram group. Do not send to my personal Telegram. When you are done, read your answer in the Telegram post, okay? Right, and in the last session, we are going to Zoom on together. We are going to have conversation right there. So I might ask you this question once again, so try your best to remember it. When you remember, you can answer or respond to me in Zoom all together. Okay. So again, when you are done with answering these 2 questions, please record your voice by reading these answers, read the answers, and post in our Telegram post so that your classmate can learn from you too. Okay, so that is all of our second video clip. I'll see you in the last video clip. Hi there, welcome to our last episode of our lesson. What have you guys learned today? So your lesson today is about food poisoning. Did you remember what does food poisoning mean? So food poisoning means an illness that caused by bacteria or toxins in the food. When we eat the food that contain bacteria or that has bacteria or toxins in it, when you eat it, for sure we will get food poisoning. Okay, and the symptoms of it, you will get nausea, you will vomit, you get abdominal pain, you get cramps, you get diarrhea. Alright, so food poisoning. And we have already learned 10 keywords right here. Did you all remember? Hope you guys remember. Okay, so try to answer my question. I'll erase the definitions of these words and try your best to remember. I'm gonna ask you, okay? Okay, so now I erased the definition of the words already, so try your best to answer. Okay. Okay, after watching this video, please go to Zoom. I will have more conversations with you. We'll have some discussion related to the keywords, okay? So, do you remember what does the word food poisoning mean? Okay, answer now. You pause the video and answer, okay? Vomit means Good. To throw up. Release means to say it. Release means to let something go. Perfect. The fourth word, prevent. What does prevent mean? Prevent means to keep something from happening. Perfect. Awful. Awful means, who can answer? Please answer. Okay, good. Very bad. All right. Contamination means, who can answer? Okay, so that means pollution. It's wonderful. Separate. Separate means, pause the video and answer by yourself. Okay, to divide or to keep apart. Perfect. Cutlery. Cutlery. Cutlery means cutting tools. Yes, perfect. Or you can say utensils. Utensils. Okay. Chill. To chill means to make something cold by keeping or putting in the fridge, right? The last word, cross-contamination. Okay, it's a very long definition. Did you remember? Okay, so cross-contamination means the process of transferring the bacteria from one object to another. Okay, you guys remember pretty well. Well done, everyone. I really appreciate your best effort. I hope you all remember these words and the definition, and your homework will be given right now. So after watching the video, please inform me by saying, "Teacher, I am done with watching your video." So I will post or upload the video in the Telegram. So the homework will be uploaded in the Telegram. Okay, so that is all of my lesson today, right? I hope you guys enjoy my lesson, and I hope you all have learned a lot from our lesson today. So don't forget to do your homework. When you see your homework, please do it and send it to my personal Telegram anytime, any day before the next lesson start. Okay, thank you for joining the class today, and thank you for your participation and cooperation. You guys are so brilliant. I really appreciate your best efforts. Thank you for joining. I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye. Have a glorious day.